With a lot of tasks during car restoration we will across with. And thing is that we should be in healthy condition. So we should sleep enough. Patrick's Garage. Grab your snack, welcome back. So we can accomplish all these things that we planning to do in this day. In the next day we should be sleeping enough at each night during all this process of restoration. So I know when I'm not sleeping enough, I can do something wrong, I can damage stuff, and I can spoil more if we accounting in money will be more damaged than I can produce restoration. So we should be in good condition, sleeping enough, because if we sleeping enough, we can't accomplish these things in proper way. This is no argument that we should be in good working condition to continue our process restoration process. And I was when I was sleeping not enough, I remember that I can't take out the key from the lock, ignition lock, so the original key was broken. I was so sadly, but I was not enough sleeping. But if I not enough sleeping at the night, in welding process, when I welded the floor and the frame, I laid onto the car because this is more convenient than doing something in this position. Not so good, I think, but will be more better to laying onto the car and welding with welding machine. Falls down, the sparks with drops of metal, but not in this, because when I want to sleeping, I sleeping right under the car on the process, and when I was wake up, and I can't understand why I was fall asleep in this process. A lot of times I noticed that falling asleep immediately when I'm lying under the car and doing something. So this can be dangerous because this is really dangerous stuff we are working with during car restoration process and car repairing. So will be better to sleep enough this time. We never to win additional time, and we're not so gambling to sleep not enough, because this is more horrible when we're not enough sleeping during car restoration. So I think will be better to spend time for good healthy sleeping and not doing something if I was not and get not enough sleeping time in this day, in this night. I don't want to go to garage to repair something. Will be better to wait when I will in good condition to continue restoration, because I can do something worse and more worse than I can repair if I'm not sleeping enough. So you shouldn't be hungry also during, but this is another topic was recently was done this video about food during car restoration, but I must sleeping enough. And yes, if you're not sleeping enough, if you want to do anything and you're not sleeping enough, you will be exhausted more fast. I notice that when I'm doing something and I notice that all my power go away really fast if I was not sleeping enough at night. So this is really important and healthy, sleeping enough before you go to the garage. But if it was so happened that in the night probably doggies, cats, warring all the night, and you're not sleeping enough, will be better to wait and skip this day and sleeping enough in the next night and go after that to the garage to accomplish all this work. And work should be done perfectly fine when you in good condition. So this just from my experience, and I know this from my experience. When I'm exhausted, not enough sleeping at night, I go to garage and will be more damages than benefits from restoration. So you can easy make any faults you will screw when you're not sleeping enough. So will be better to wait a really good time when you will in good condition. Yes, you're never gonna be ready, completely ready for process of restoration. But if you see that you absolutely exhausted, not slept, and cats and doggies wowing all the night and you can't sleeping enough, will be better to wait a little bit, and then when you was really rested in good pleasure condition, right mind, and you will not so angry for doggies and in good emotional condition, yes, you go to garage and continue restoration process. And we're not gonna forget about our goal of our restoration. This is first, good result and equivalent of our purposes, our current goal, which go through all this purpose, through all this our process, this enjoyable process, we should get as much enjoy as it possible from car restoration, from repairing process. You first of all you should get enjoy, because there is no reason to repair a car if you not get enjoy from this process, and you can't get enjoy if you're not sleeping enough at night. So will be better to wait this period when you're not sleeping, and this period you just skip this day and you walking away, walking around on your neighborhood, you listening birds, you eating ice cream, and you waiting your normal condition when you was be in healthy, in good condition, and you remember this condition when you was in good condition, when you was in wrong condition, and you should be in good condition to go and continue repairing process to get a lot of enjoy from this process. You can't to get enjoy when you're not sleeping enough. Even if you're smoking, drinking, you can't to do this process more enjoyable. There is no substitutes for good sleeping. There is no substitutes. You never substitute your sleeping by additional food, but will be not healthy. So you should be sleeping enough all the night to get good condition, healthy emotional condition, and you go to garage to continue restoration process. There is no good results if you will pushing yourself, you're sleeping, not sleeping enough, you pushing yourself to garage to doing something which you not want to, where you will be annoying in this condition. You can't to do anything if you're not sleeping enough, and you see what was wrong in the streets, you listen all this noisy, they blabbling, cats wowing, birds also make any noises sometimes, which can get you get interferences for your healthy sleep from these noises. So I prefer to close windows and sleeping more healthy. So I don't want to listen all these noises which make me really a wrong night. I can't sleeping enough. So will be better sleeping enough before you go to garage. Yes, after in garage you was exhausted, but probably in the next day will be better to rest. It will be rested enough to the next day and sleeping enough to the next day to go to garage to continue car restoration process. Anyway, never push yourself to continue to go to garage. You should get pleasure. More pleasure you get and more qualified you be in working process. When you're working with car, main thing having pleasure. And if this process enjoyable, results will be better. Good results from our enjoyable restoration process only can be. If you're not sleeping enough, if you're not eating enough, in wrong condition, in emotional damages from this wrong night when they worrying all the night, you can't sleeping, you can't working, you can't to do anything if you're not ready to do anything in your condition. So just skip this day and continue rest, and on the next day you go to garage and continue restoration process with more enjoy. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Click the subscribe button and notifications bell so that way you can be notified as soon as I upload new videos.